Hey, what's going on, ladies and gentlemen? This is the author Andrew Snorton, and you're joining me for the Fast 15, as we typically do on Wednesdays at about 1 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. We take about no more than 15 minutes to kind of pause, check up, check in, enjoy an encouraging note from any of my books or audiobooks. As you're aware, the first Wednesday of each month, I pull a book from my library. That's part of it there, and there's a couple other stacks just for notes of motivation, encouragement, things for you to think, reflect, all those types of things. And then we have a couple of announcements, updates, and then get you on your way. As you guys know, when life is lifing, sometimes you can't wait till the end of the day or the beginning of the next day to kind of pause and reboot. So hopefully this little break during the midday helps. I know it helps me, so I hope it helps you as well. To stay connected with me, the easiest way is Instagram. When you add me at AuthorASnorton, and when you click on the link in the bio, it'll take you to my Linktree, which is linktr.ee/AuthorASnorton. So when you click on the link in the bio, which, like I said, takes you to my Linktree, you'll see the newsletter. So the next one will come out right after the Labor Day holiday. All the social media, excuse me, on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, YouTube, any interviews I've been able to do. So check out the most recent one that posted with Deidre Walker of Emery Rose Photography, Photojournalism, the Lens to Pens podcast, the archival editions of the Conversation Corner, and of course, your favorite coffee. A bag of really good coffee, the Author Andrew Snorton blend, done in collaboration with Fonte's Coffee. This is the bourbon infused. We have the decaf, light, and medium roast as well. So make sure to go ahead and like, add, share, repost, check out all that stuff. And I definitely appreciate your support as well as everyone else's. I'm going to make this quick adjustment right here. There, just a little bit better. Sometimes you got to make, just like in a game of football or sports, you make in-game adjustments. That's my in-game adjustment. So before we get into our word for the day, just a reminder to everybody out there, we know that there's some people that are really going through some challenging times. Some of you might be going through, health issues. Some of you might be going through financial issues, relationship issues, things along those lines. And we know that every once in a while, those hurdles get a little bit bigger than what we had planned. So if that sounds like you or someone you know, just sending a word of encouragement, just take time to pause and reboot as best as possible. And like I always say, you have every right to feel some kind of way. But by the same token, the bigger right you have is to take the time to pause, reboot, re-strategize. If the help you need requires professional attention and you have the ability for it, please go ahead and do so. If it just means you got to change up the way you walk, the way you talk, the way you are thinking, the way you're approaching the people you're around, the spaces and places you go, please take honest inventory of the things that you need to do that will allow for constructive growth. Because big picture, when you have that holistic growth and success, it helps everybody. So we're definitely rooting for you. On the flip side, there's people who are going through some positive things. Some people have great things happening. We see people getting married. Congratulations. Professional accomplishments, personal growth, professional growth, community growth. So if that sounds like you, congratulations. We do want you to take time to celebrate because we know that you know what you had to work through in order to get there. Don't overdo it, but still take time to celebrate. So those are the words and messages that we always take time to, because like I said, there's some people that are going to watch, they're really not in a good frame of mind and they're hurting. And there's some who are just like, all hype and whatnot. So it's just a matter of acknowledging that. So before we go into our topic, I'm going to enjoy a sip. Really good. Really good again. Okay, so going into the holiday weekend, as you know, Labor Day weekend, it's not the last weekend of summer, but it kind of lets you know that summer is just about over, especially like in the Southeast, school's already started. In the Northeast, it'll start after Labor Day. So our selection from the day is coming from, you guessed it, Quotes and Notes. Is a great think piece for you to pause, reflect, renew, get encouraged. So here's the quote that I'm going to go to, and it reads as follows: embrace your greatness. That's the message. Embrace your greatness. That means whatever professional skill set, creative skill set, your day to day, there's great things that are inside of you. And even if other people don't see it, don't you be blind to who you are and whose you are. And especially, at different points in time, like when you pause and pivot, when you start moving differently, you start going about your business differently. Some of the people that you used to hang with, you don't hang with as much. And you're locked in and focused. Everyone isn't going to get it. And there's going to be people that take shots at you, things along those lines. And you've got to pause and see things for what they are. But the bigger thing is see you for who you are. If you envision yourself as, I don't know, a doctor, then you have to take the time to do the study, do the research. And even if, quote, it never happens, you have that satisfaction of at least making the effort. And then in the course of that, you see there's other things that you can do. So don't let anybody dim your light. Don't let anybody tell you you can't do something, especially if they haven't tried to do it themselves or if they did it wrong. So again, the quote for today, embrace your greatness and just connect with the greatness that's inside of you and realize there's still more inside of you. So that's the message from today from Quotes and Notes, Something's on the Horizon. And hopefully that resonates with a few people. So as we get ready to kind of wind this down, as you know, it's a holiday weekend. Let's see, on the next few days on the press and media end through Creative Community Solutions, it's going to be a lot taking place. We're looking forward to college football. We will be back on board covering Wake Forest University football. So shouts to the alma mater as they'll be taking on North Carolina A&T for their season opener. So a little bit of Aggie pride. Shouts to the folks that are alums and students and all that of A&T, Aggie pride in the building. Mix it with a little bit of Go Deeks. Have a combination for a great way to ease into the holiday weekend. So that'll be coming up on Thursday. Other press and media stuff through Creative Community Solutions. So check out the college football coverage. There's going to be some other great articles on the horizon dealing with arts and entertainment, government and political engagement. So make sure to add AuthorASnorton on Instagram to check those. Lens Depends. Shouts to Deidre Walker and Emery Rose Photography. Our next podcast will drop on Tuesday, September 3rd. Have some great individual and collective things that we'll talk about, as well as a great guest who's doing some work in the field of boxing. So you want to check that out. On the author end, September 13th from 2 to 4:30 p.m. at the main campus bookstore of Wake Forest University, Taylor Hall. Check me out for my pop-up book signing, meet, greet, connect. I'll have all the books available. We'll have the coffee available, including, limited bags of the bourbon infused. So you definitely want to hustle up and grab a bag or two. But looking forward to getting back there as I know, early homecoming. Go figure. But anyway, check me out September 13th. September 21st at Black Dot Cultural Center in downtown Lithonia, Georgia. 11:30 a.m. to 1:30 p.m. Make sure to check me out there. I will have Dr. Erica Macon as the moderator. She is an awesome media specialist in the school system. So check that out. The next newsletter should come out probably September 3rd. We're going to chill, for a couple days with it being the holiday weekend and things along those lines. I'm trying to think if there's anything else happening. Okay, yeah. Celebrate the birthday this weekend. I am getting more excited, and I'll admit what I had originally planned and what's really happening are two different things, but I'm putting my energy where it needs to go, and that is, we know every day is a blessing. And to be able to celebrate another day, another year when many people won't, hey, that's a good reality check. So I'll say thank you in advance to people giving me birthday shouts. Just thank you. Seriously, thank you. It's a blessing to be here. Trying to think if there's other stuff happening. Oh, real quick. Go to asnortonccs on Instagram, and when you click on the link in the bio, there is a Linktree for it. So the Linktree for that is going to be linktr.ee linktr.ee/asnortonccs. So when you click on that, it'll be the the main website to peruse through everything: education, press and media services. But then there's individual links, especially on the press and media end, because we cover so much with college sports, pro sports, government and politics, arts and entertainment, community and nonprofits, and other stuff. We have the separate links for those articles. So if you're a college football fan, when you click on when you go to Ace Norton CCS on Instagram, click on the link in the bio, then you can go to college football. If you're interested in community and nonprofits, you can go there. So just trying to find ways to better streamline stuff so it's easy for you to navigate. So those are the main things that are happening. As we get ready to close out, remember it's a holiday weekend. Safe travels for those of you in town, out of town. I know in Atlanta, House in the Park on Sunday, September 1st. You definitely, if you're a house head, check it out. If you're not, get used to it. House, disco, 70s R&B, 80s R&B, you definitely want to be there if you can. Mabel House is doing a concert on September 1st. Legends of hip hop like Dougie Fresh, EPMD, all that type of stuff. So there's definitely some great things going on in the A this weekend. College football. Like I said, we'll be up in North Carolina to cover the Wake Forest versus North Carolina A&T football game. If you live in Atlanta, Clemson versus Georgia at the Mercedes-Benz Dome. So it's gonna be a good weekend, y'all. Make the most of it, have fun, and yeah, that's it. So as we close out, remember AuthorASnorton on Instagram, like, add, share, connect, all that type of stuff. AsnortonCCS also on Instagram on the press and media end. Add Lens Depends, LENS the number 2 PENS on Instagram. The new podcast is coming out September 3rd. Shouts to our colleagues at Fonte's Coffee for making it happen with the Author Andrew Snorton blend. This is the bourbon infused, and we have the light, medium, and decaf available. So as you guys know, I might change up the order, but you know the intent. Whether small or big, a victory is a victory. Whether slow or swift, movement is movement. Keep it victorious. Keep it moving. You guys take good care over the holiday weekend, and we'll see you next week. Or soon. You know what I mean. We'll see you soon.